Good day to you. Today also to bring you the word and the vision of the Lord. Today the Lord was bringing some keys to us. They were well-worn keys. They look like household keys. What He's giving us for the day. And with that key it's a key for knowledge of getting to know the Lord more, getting His will, getting to know His purpose, knowledge from the Word of God, because my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, is what Hosea said with Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So we were given this key to enter into God's understanding, God's knowledge, God's will, what He has for us today. And as we open the store of knowledge, what we speak, the Word of God, the seeds of knowledge bring us a harvest. Maybe the salvation of a loved one, salvation of someone for whom we have been praying for a long time. The Lord brings a harvest every hour. So we can write down, this is how I prayed, this is the harvest Lord brought. So we had great joy today, a sense of God, the Lord giving us keys of knowledge, understanding, application, and the Lord brings a harvest. So Hosea's sad lament is this. Listen to the word of the Lord. Lord has a case against the inhabitants of the land because there is no faithfulness or kindness or knowledge of God in the land. So the Christians and the church is to have practice faithfulness, kindness, and increase in the knowledge of God, that the Lord may bless their land. So Hosea 2 takes up this possibility that in the midst of the wilderness, in the midst of the trouble, Hosea chapter 2 verse 14 says, Behold, I will lure her, bring her into the wilderness, and speak kindly to her. This we expect in troublous time the Lord will do for the church. Then we begin to soar to the heavens, the praise of God, and heavens begin to listen to earth. That is how the Lord's response comes. In Hosea 2:21, it will come about in that day that I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the heavens. So heavens around you, the atmosphere around you, we fill with thanksgiving and praise and make it ready for God's harvest. And the earth will respond to the grain, to the new wine, and to the oil, and they will respond to Jezreel. So I will respond to the heavens, and they will respond to the earth. So the Lord responds to what we send up from our heart. Praises, prayers, thanksgiving, petitions, supplication, kindness, Lord, forgiveness. We are praying and pleading and making our submissions. And the atmosphere is full of godly submissions and intercessions, rather than the vituperative vitriol and the curses, run down, put down, criticism the unbelievers do. We must not go there. We fill up the heavenly places with our submissions, and the Lord listens. It says, Hosea 2:21, I will come, and in that day that I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the heavens, and they will respond to the earth. So it depends on what we have sent up to heaven. And if, let's say, 100,000 Christians, 24 hours, sends up, in prayer altars, taking turns, sends up praises, supplications, forgiveness, pleading, mitigation, oh Lord, oh Lord, have mercy, loving kindness, tender mercy. If we fill up the atmosphere with that, the Lord responds to that, and the earth begins to change. I will respond to the heavens, and they will respond to the earth. So God responds to the heavens, and heaven sends the answer, the rain of righteousness on earth. So let's expect that this kind of supplication and knowledge of the Lord will increase, and the promise comes true. Verse 23, I will sow her for myself in the land. I will also have compassion on her who had not obtained compassion. I will say to those who are not my people, you are my people, and they will say, you are my God. So this is the change we expect in our nations, and may God help us to increase His knowledge in our life, and so to the heavens, what God can do. Oh Lord, you can save our nation. Oh Lord, you can make our nation prosperous. Oh Lord, you can send solutions to the Christians, innovation, and you can send a spirit of wisdom. You can send a spirit of excellence, and the Daniel spirit comes. And Daniel was so favored in heaven, and many times the angels came to speak to him, greatly beloved of God, highly esteemed one. And in Daniel chapter 12, his final his curtain falls on Daniel's life, and what a life Daniel had with heaven. Daniel chapter 12 verse 3, those who have insight will shine brightly like the brightness of the expanse of heaven, and those who lead the many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. That's our calling, lead many to Christ. And then Daniel said, I don't understand this last vision. Then Daniel looked, and behold, two others were standing. Daniel said, I don't understand this last vision. So in Daniel 12 verse 9, the angel says, go your way, Daniel, for these words are concealed and sealed up until the end of time. So many will be purged, and so on, from the time that the regular. How blessed is he who keeps waiting. And then 13th, last verse of Daniel chapter 12, the last verse of the book of Daniel. But as for you, go your way to the end. Then you will enter into rest and rise again for your allotted portion at the end of this age. So Daniel is given a farewell for his prophetic ministry, that he can lie in rest and in peace with the Lord till the day of resurrection comes, and he enters his inheritance. What a life Daniel had. So can we be the Lord's beloved, known in heaven, and beloved of God, and ruling earth. God bless you and keep you.